Hello, welcome back to the Villa View. There's another one through the door.
So then, Dan, like you say, another one through the door. This time it's John McGinn from Hibernian.
Yeah.
Please tell me that you know a little bit more about him than I do.
I mean, I can't just sit here and lie and tell you I've watched him play every week through his career and been tracking him for a long time, because that would be absolute fabrication. But I've got a touch of Tom Julian in me today. I've done my research, so I know he's highly thought of. Obviously, one of the better players in the Scottish League, as you can tell by the fact that Celtic have tried to come in and take him. He's only got a year on his contract, so that's why the fees are relatively lower one. And it just sounds like a typical central midfielder who tries to do a bit of everything. Got an eye for a goal, a bit robust, likes to tackle, left-footed, but I don't think that really makes a difference to us. I mean, if Grealish goes, obviously at the time of film we don't really know what's going on. Connors plays on the right of the central midfield three, despite being left-footed, so you'd imagine he can come in and play on his natural side if he is a Grealish replacement. So yeah, highly thought of. 9 caps for Scotland, 5 goals last season in the Scottish Premier League and 2 already in the Europa League this season. So he's come in with a little bit of pedigree and a little bit of something about him.
Do you think that he'll come in and play in the starting 11 straight away?
If he did, I don't think that says much for what Steve Bruce thinks of Henry Lansbury, because if I was a manager, usually I'd like to give people a bit of time to settle it and maybe play someone else and introduce people steadily, especially when I haven't played in the league before, steadily as a substitute. But I'd imagine he'll come straight in and play. If we're spending money on someone, I'd imagine it's with a view to them being in the starting 11. It seems like the transfer policy is a little bit different to what it has been. Now, if we're spending money, I think they're here to play.
So just scrolling through Twitter earlier, I found a text message that someone received from a Hibs supporting friend. So I'm just going to read you a couple of the notes that they sent. They said, he brings the value of 4 players to a team: power, ball winner, 100% fight, total bottle. The ability to keep the ball, drive the ball forward, assist, score. He'll win you the league. He'll win you the league is a bold statement. If he's got the quality to be able to bring that much to a championship side, then I'm all for it.
I mean, yeah, I'd love to be coming back in 9 months' time and saying that guy was absolutely spot on with what he said. I mean, if we're playing with 15 men every week, if he's like having 4 players, then obviously we're going to stand a good chance of winning some games. But it's all good things, isn't it? I said in the podcast, it reminds me a bit of when we signed Conor Hourihane, in the fact that his stats and the way people were describing him, because I'm not going to lie, again, I hadn't seen that much of him. It sounded exactly like the kind of player we wanted and ticked a lot of boxes. So, like we said in other videos, I like this transfer policy, and the fact we're not going to lose money on this guy. He's coming in relatively cheap. You'd imagine if he does well, he'd be going for a lot of money. I mean, I've seen stuff saying that if he was playing the Championship already or playing for Celtic or Rangers, you'd be looking at £10-15 million for him. So it's a sensible signing, and by all accounts Celtic seem pretty good that he's one that's fallen through, because I think they believed that they had him. But the proof will be in the pudding. We've signed a lot of players that we've thought are going to come in and hit the ground running and be absolutely excellent for us in the last few years, and it hasn't happened. But it seems like it's a savvy signing, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I was talking to my dad earlier about the signing and how cheap it was, and obviously his contract will affect that as well. But to sign it, I think he's 23. From Hibs, he comes down and comes into the Championship. Like you say, if he was already a Premier League player or we were a Premier League team trying to sign him, you'd probably be looking at 15 or 20 million for a player that's highly rated as he is. So to get him for that sort of price, and if he only does half decent, you're not going to lose any money on him. He's not going to be on a massive wage, so it ticks a lot of boxes. Yeah,
it's a sensible signing, isn't it? It's low risk. It's calculated, and it's the kind of player that comes into the Championship and could be a real success story. It feels like the kind of player that other teams bring in, and then it would be the kind of player we'd then try and sign for 10-15 million when they've already done well somewhere else in England. So from that point of view, I'm happy with it, because it's kind of like we're cutting out the middleman and saving ourselves money in the long run. So that's it for today's transfer video. If you have enjoyed this video, then make sure you're giving it a like and comment below with your thoughts on the signing of John McGinn. How well does it sit with you? If you're not already subscribed to the Villa View with your post notifications on, then make sure you're doing that, as that really helps the channel grow. Thanks ever so much for watching. Thanks for all your support of the Villa. If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. Be sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking our logo there on the left. Easy peasy.